Hello everybody, NoukonNeko here on Final Fantasy War of the Visions, the role for the Nightmare Before Halloween. This is a really weird card. Really weird card for multiple reasons. But I do think it is a good card though. So one thing I kind of want to say is it's not a limited card. Might be wrong, but whenever I check WotV calc, it seems to think it's a non-limited card. So if you can find a way to confirm this, then or to confirm where it's limited or non-limited, let me know. But usually cards that are limited tends to say they're limited somewhere in their like notice. I couldn't, but you know the cards that are non-limited usually don't have that word around, so it's kind of hard to kind of tell whether they're not limited or not limited. Maybe there's a typo. I don't know, but so far it seems to be non-limited. So if it's not high priority, then you could probably pick it up down the line. But another good reason to roll for it is it's just a good card. So it's the other reason why it's kind of weird is the fact that there's no elemental requirement kind of attached to this card. Like if you look at other cards, let's actually look at the other new card, or even like the old Halloween cards. This one has this wind requirement, but this one's like, you know, for every other a non-elemental requirement buff right here. But if you look at this one has that elemental buff for both the limited bestowed effect and the limit party ability. But going back over here, none, no elemental effect. What does matter though is if they actually fit the certain job. And for sure, you know, like, you know, 9S, he's a lightning element. That's how you know for sure this is not a elemental requirement card. But it kind of gives you the same amount of buffs as a elemental card, just as long as they fit these jobs. Which is, you could kind of tell is generally like mages and like lance users. So it's gonna be really good. Especially the fact that it gives you Man-Eater upon magic attack, and Man-Eater is really hard to kind of build resistance to. I think Wooden Card is the only one that gives it to you. You're wrong there, but this is really rare to actually get any resistance to Man-Eater. So it's a lot of free damage. It's 30. The strike attack resistance isn't as big of a deal, but the unit attack resistance, that's also really good. It's really hard to kind of build a unit like resistance piercing, right? It tends to be either like, you know, a weapon type like slash, pierce, missile they can build up the attack for, but it's really hard to build a unit attack itself. So that's good. Magic and air attack, those are both good, especially if this is on a mage, which most likely will be on a mage. And this right here, the limited effect that gives you magic attack up 10 and more HP to Halloween Lucia probably means this is pretty much her like best card on slot. Not as big as what like Little Lita gets with her special limited effect, but still pretty decent, right? It kind of gives the stats that kind of does matter. And yes, this ability you get from this card, it's not as crazy as Triple Trick, but still pretty good when it comes to rating, right? The reason why it's not as good as like Triple Trick, let me show you Triple Trick by the way. Triple Trick right down here. Does triple damage just like the other card does, right? But it does do elemental and slash damage. While this one, while it does do, you know, magic and the element associated to its damage, magic you can't really like chain the weapon type. It doesn't really chain together. So It's not gonna chain as much as the other one because you get the triple trick because you could double chain both the weapon type and the element, while this one you could only chain the element and not the weapon type. But there are sometimes like raid bosses that are only weak against magic. And this is where this card will shine, especially the fact that you can use this card on almost any mage, right? I don't even know which mage you can't have it on, but most likely if you're a mage and you're fighting a raid boss, you're probably gonna want this card. This is why this is still gonna be good. Even though it's not as crucial as triple trick, it's still, even if it's not as good as triple trick, it's probably just as crucial as triple trick. That's probably the better way to word it, right? Okay, so yeah, pretty important card, and that's why I'm gonna be rolling for it today. The other card I probably should talk about is this one. This is a little bit brief. I'm not gonna be rolling on this card particularly, but it's a luck card. So what this means is it's really good on an evade team. Especially imagine pairing this card like with Lara Croft's card, because that one gives you luck as well, I believe. It's been a while since I look at it, but yeah, I remember trying to build a evade team because of Lara Croft's card itself, and adding this and running it with Lara Croft, it's gonna make her even more evasive, right? I think the other evasive water character right now is Farm, who's like a ninja class main, right? If you run those two together and run these cards, they're gonna be as evasive as, you know, win teams and like teams. It's gonna be crazy. It's because like a lot of times back then I had to use the, you know, Tones card, luck card, as like the sub slot vision card. Kind of get luck on that bottom side, but you only get the luck, you don't get anything else. This would obviously give you the luck and a couple other nice juicy stat like the slash attack. You also get some limited effects that probably is more relevant. Yeah, that one too. But obviously if you have this guy, what's his name? If you have Chunok, then you probably want this card, right? But I'm not quite sure how many people would actually have this character. He's like a water fencer. But if you have him, you probably want this card. You probably don't want it on Jaden because he's a light character and this is all for water, but I don't know. Whatever you could play around with it, I guess. Because that is a juicy amount of agility and magic, but just don't get all this, and you probably want a bunch of other stats you would have gained instead. But yeah, pretty good on him, but obviously I don't have him and I'm not too crazy about him, so I'm not worried about this card. Especially when it's a standard card or non-limited card, so I could definitely get it later if I do eventually need it in the future. But right now I have Halloween Lucia. So and this card is just so good, it just makes sense to kind of roll in this. I'm just kind of sad I don't have like any 2K paid options because I do have some paid I could have used, but it's whatever. At least this will guarantee give me the card, so just spend 10K for it. At least, what if my rolls go bad, right? Hopefully it won't be that bad. This can't be as bad as when I wrote for Halloween Lucia, where I had to kind of pity for her. Not like only pity, I kind of went over pity, kind of like the max kind of pity, and that was probably a bad choice when I didn't know you can only spend so much of your medals on her shards. But this won't be the case for her. Yeah, anyways, let's go ahead and get this roll started. I've been talking for quite a bit and hope for the best, but obviously I'm prepared for the worst. And the very first roll doesn't look good because it's gonna be a character of anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and skip it. Yeah, already know didn't get the card, but looks like I got TUR somehow. Probably could have got the vision card. I just didn't get it though. Okay, we'll continue. I guess I shouldn't like drop my guard so early there. Bronze book. Sometimes the one thing I'm worried about when skipping cards or skipping rolls is what happens if you got. Okay, this is not gonna happen. What happens if you get the card, but because you skip it, you didn't realize you got the card or the character? The character is a little more obvious. I think even if you skip, you still get the animation, right? But the card, I don't know how obvious it would be unless it's a card that you don't own yet. Either way, it doesn't hurt to be kind of a little more safe. Okay, third roll, another character at the end. I'll probably walk it until that card. Been wrong before. Okay, I'm gonna skip it. Hey, Rob. Thanks for robbing me. Okay. Gonna continue. It really does look like I have the pity this time around. Even if this turns out to be the card, which it isn't. What's with all these units? Okay, this is bad. Yeah, I'm skipping this one. Because I already know it's not an MR card. Okay, well, looks like pity is. And it happens. Sometimes you're just not lucky. That's what I've been hoping to see all night. Yeah, we already know. Oh, wow. 2. And they all are vision cards because that's what happens in the final roll. Question is whether I'm getting duplicates of it. Nope, not getting duplicates of it. I already have Delvos already maxed out as well. There you go. There's a card. Lovely, right? Solera looks kind of devious right there with her scythe. Actually, didn't realize she has a scythe. I thought she had like a staff, but she's the Green Reaper this Halloween. That's okay. Like I said, hope for the best, plan for the worst. And I did. And I still have plenty for whatever surprises there are in the future, but hopefully I won't have to come for that. Hopefully not. Yeah, I could probably be able to grab all this now. This is the reason why I even decided to roll early. If you don't really care about the bingo board and start to work on her slowly, then you can definitely get this card later. But because I'm looking for all of this, can I get it a little bit earlier for upcoming raids and just being able to use this on Halloween Lucia, kind of have her be the best that she can be? That's probably the only reason why you would really want to roll for this card this early. Oh, that's actually a lot of reasons, right? Anyways, I wish you guys luck if you guys are trying to get this card too. Hope you guys don't have the pity for it. You guys are going for any other Halloween cards, it's actually great because you can literally kind of go for that card. Can you keep rolling up here? Here, I'm checking. Yeah, you can keep rolling right here. So I already got some coins. I think also this too, right? Wait, does this give you... Oh, this also gives you a choice, right? Choice? Yeah, so if you need any of these cards, you can also get it here. But weirdly, you could also... If you have enough coins from it, you could buy... No, you can only buy the shards. Okay. Thought you could pity for them here too. But no. You can get another card and use all those coins on whatever cards are more important. Obviously, if this is normal... Actually, you know what? I could confirm whether this is normal or not if I... Normal, unlimited, or non-limited, or limited. If I go to my hard quest, because the hard quest will only show cards that are non-limited. Kind of the problem with limited cards is the fact that you can't really hard quest for them. And you have to get all the shards before it goes away. Obviously a card that I have. I don't know why I looked at it this way. I think the faster way if I go to the card. Obtained. I'm gonna favorite it. That way I know I'm working on it. And then Awakening. Click on the card. Other acquisition methods, none. So maybe it is a limited card. Right? Because if you go to any other limited card, that one that I don't have max, or like this one, yeah, get their hard quest right here. Yeah, I think WotV is probably wrong. Well, okay. Now that we kind of have a better hunch that this is probably a limited card, it's even more important card to pick up now, right? So, yeah. I guess I'll just wish you guys luck in getting it. It's a pretty important card for Magic users, so yeah. No matter what element you are using, it's an important card. I definitely would roll for it. Which I already did, but I recommend you guys roll for it if you guys really need a crucial card like this. And 10k is pretty cheap, right? That's pretty cheap compared to a character that's usually 4k. It's kind of guaranteed. Man, I gotta wonder why WotV have it wrong. But anyways, yeah. Wish you guys luck. I'll talk to you guys later. This has been a really longer recording than I would hope. Yeah, NoukonNeko signing out. Bye bye. Good luck.